right, Coach. Thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Coming up, an important divisional round matchup in the NFC between the Dallas Cowboys and the Detroit Lions. One of two spots in the NFC title game awaits the winner here as we're underway in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. This is taken at his 4th. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go! Let's go! Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
So first and 10 now from the 30.
That's trash. That's trash. Alert, 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 alert. Hey, wahoo.
On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On second and 11 now. Mayfield. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
We always talk about having to read defenses, how complicated that is. This was an easy read. Pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
What? That running back usually a good spot to go with a football.
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So he's able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Hell no, fuck him.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
We already got some
he
points.
gets a few yards on first and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
I'm telling you, bro, all we really need, bro, is them D linemen, bro, with them high-ass block. Yeah.
Throwing again on second down. Mayfield. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Khalil Mack able to collapse the pocket, get to him, and drop him for a loss of a yard. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
And now on third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Now Mayfield. And it's caught by Parker. And it's going to be another first down.
What's his block shit?
To the ground at the Lions 18.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense. Find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver.
Compare what's his speed?
Step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Point it right, point it right, point it right.
From the red zone now, Mayfield. And he will find his man on the outside. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. They'll give Fournette another play. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it. To make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
How many coins you got?
So here we go on a 3rd and goal. This Lions defense, they haven't broken yet. Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So here we go on a 3rd and goal. This Lions defense, they haven't broken yet.
Watch the safety creep. Check 15. Check 15.
Here's Fournette. And Fournette trying to power his way forward, but I don't think he got there. Only a yard net.
Bullshit,
Decision to be made here on 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We're soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what?
Oh,
right?
yeah.
It's an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
Not the touchdown they wanted, but hey, you're on the road in the playoffs. They did get 3 on the board.
Yeah, it's a good opening drive. So good about yourself. You get to the sidelines, the defense feels good. You helping them right out of the gate. The team, yeah, they feel pretty good about coming in the playoffs and getting points on the board right away.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Now Wilson on 1st down. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there and a Lion 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Right here, right here.
Now it's Wilson. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete.
What is he doing?
Just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially as pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
First carry now for Justice Hill. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Wilson dancing to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Rashad Evans, the linebacker, recording the sack there.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped.
Gun. 14, find it. Check. No. Off. Take 4.
From the shotgun, Wilson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 32.
That was a really nice interception. I think it illustrates the differences between playing man and playing zone. When you're in man, all you're focused on is the receiver in front of you. But when you're in zone, you're allowed to read the quarterback's eyes and go to the ball. That's exactly what happened on that play.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here in the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position after a turnover. I feel like I might have them a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you only do it if you trust the guy.
Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. Leighton Vander Esch wreaking havoc with a sack. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Here's Mayfield. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively. But instead, it just brings up 4th down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And that is very well done there, as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, it didn't go and finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive.
Check three.
2nd and 10 now, Wilson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And he'll bring it back to about the 5-yard line. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college. And our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this Be Who You Are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all
fast. That's bullshit.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Out of the pistol, it's Fournette. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. Following the touchdown, here's Moore to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit. Like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Gurley. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Watch twist. Watch twist.
36 power. One left.
From the pistol, it's Gurley. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 5.
I like this.
Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend.
You got 3 down.
We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Lions linemen might have moved. And this offense back to needing 10 yards after the false start. 3rd and 10.
Wide. Get wide. Check nickel.
Got it.
Out of the gun. Here's Wilson.
Let's go! Dory!
That far wide.
Use your slide.
Breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air
Let's
for a while.
What
go!
it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have it.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. Now Callaway on the return. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
At their own 19-yard line.
It's a 1,046.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 24-yard line.
I know it in when he
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
Run. Watch tight end. Key the tight end.
Fournette running out of the gun. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. Or a tackle that time by Akello Witherspoon. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Regular. Check 13. Kill. 61. Matchbox lights. Hurry. Run. Hey, Foxtrot. Shit. Alert. Shit.
They'll try to throw here. Mayfield nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack, his 2nd sack of the night.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Mayfield down. He's going to rifle one deep left side, and that's caught inside the 35. That goes as a gain of 36 on 3rd down.
1st down, Dallas.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the 1st half.
Okay, baby, let's go.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. And this one is right down the middle. And that will do it for this 1st half. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC Divisional Round matchup. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, a trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. 2nd half action back underway. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even